Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that your body suddenly feels twice as heavy. You stand up. Your legs buckle. Every step feels like you're carrying another person on your back. And within seconds, you realize something terrifying has happened. Earth's gravity has doubled. Normally, gravity pulls everything toward the ground with a familiar strength. But what if that invisible force suddenly became twice as strong? The first thing you'd notice is your own body. If you weigh 70 kilograms today, your body would suddenly experience the force equivalent to weighing 140 kilograms. Standing would become exhausting. Walking would require much more effort. Running would become extremely difficult. Jumping would barely work. And your muscles wouldn't be the only problem. Your heart would suddenly have to pump blood against twice the gravitational pull. Blood would tend to collect more strongly in the lower parts of your body, making it harder to deliver enough blood to your brain. Animals would face the same problem. A cat that normally jumps onto a table might struggle to climb onto a chair. Birds would have an even bigger problem because flying depends on generating enough lift to overcome gravity. Large animals would suffer especially badly. Elephants, giraffes, horses, and other heavy animals already support enormous body weights. Doubling gravity would place tremendous stress on their bones, joints, and muscles. Now look outside. Buildings would suddenly become twice as heavily loaded. Bridges would carry much greater forces. Towers, cranes, and other structures designed around Earth's normal gravity could become dangerously stressed. The oceans would change too. Water would be pulled more strongly toward Earth's surface, changing ocean pressure and the behavior of waves. The atmosphere would also become more compressed near the ground. And here's something surprising. The atmosphere wouldn't simply disappear. Stronger gravity would actually hold atmospheric gases more tightly around Earth. Air near the surface would become denser, creating higher pressure. Weather patterns would also change because the movement of air and water would be affected by the stronger gravitational force. Mountains wouldn't suddenly double in size, but Earth's surface would experience enormous additional stresses. Rivers would flow differently. Waterfalls would accelerate downward more strongly. Falling objects would hit the ground faster. And launching anything into space would become much harder. Rockets already need enormous energy to escape Earth's gravity. If gravity doubled, the escape velocity would increase dramatically. Satellites could also be affected. Objects orbiting Earth would require different speeds and trajectories to remain stable. But here's the biggest question. Would humans survive? If gravity doubled instantly, many people could survive the initial event, especially if they were already lying or sitting down. People would move less. Transportation would change. Buildings would need reinforcement. Aircraft would struggle. Spaceflight could become nearly impossible with existing technology. And over time, life itself might change. Future humans and animals could evolve stronger bones, larger muscles, and body shapes better suited to a high-gravity world. So a planet with double gravity wouldn't necessarily become instantly uninhabitable. But our familiar world would be gone. Suddenly, ordinary life would become a constant physical challenge. Every step would be harder. Every lift would require more strength. Every flight would become a struggle. And even standing up would remind you that the invisible force beneath your feet had become twice as powerful. So the next time you casually jump, run, or climb a staircase, remember how strange gravity really is. You don't see it. You don't hear it. You don't even feel it as a separate force. But it is constantly pulling you toward the ground. And if that force suddenly doubled? The planet wouldn't just feel heavier. Your entire world would change.